untrue. Actually, videos are really great for language learners. And one of the reasons is because it uses videos, audio, multimedia to help our learners understand the language. So it's actually a really great thing for our learners. But especially language learners who often need video, visuals, they need audio, and they need all kinds of multimedia to really just help them along. It engages them. They're really interested in this. I know that sometimes I'll show a video and it gives them a time to relax and focus, especially for my young learners. But today we're talking about teens, and teens, they love seeing videos. They love being on YouTube. YouTube has about 9 billion views a day, and the average user actually watches 15 minutes of video every day. So that kind of gives you an idea of how engaged we can be with videos. It shows the nonverbal, and I think this is really important. I'll have my video on right now real quick. But it's good to see nonverbal communication. It's good to see emotion on people when they're talking, because if you think about it, think about if I'm happy and I'm saying something with a happy intonation and excited, then I'll show it in my face. I'll say, yay, I'm in Brazil. Or if I'm very upset, then the same statement could be like, I'm in Brazil. So you can see the nonverbal is very important, I think. It teaches in chunks, especially when you think about YouTube videos or short videos. It's very rare that you're actually going to show a video in its entirety. Usually you would stop it, and actually that's a good practice to just show parts of it or show nothing more between 2 or 3 minutes. It also illustrates real language. These are videos often that people make from all over, and they don't often have like a script, especially if you use something like YouTube. They're just regular people like you and I, and so they tend to say language that they would use every day. They have conversation that aren't unscripted, and it also has accents. So I paused my video again. It appeals to their interest. A lot of them will see viral videos and things like that, and it provides a context. It gives a setting so you're able to see that. So I broke this up into previewing tasks, while viewing tasks, or during viewing the video task, and then post-viewing tasks. I'm going to share those kind of tasks with you, and then you can come up with your own as well, because this list is only just a little bit, but there's tons of things you can do. And it also really just depends on the video. And then we're going to participate in our own video activity. So the first one is concept mapping, and I'll show you what that is. That's a really great tool that I use with my students for every lesson, for most lessons. And it's not only just video lessons, but it really helps with that, and I'll show you what that is. Discussion questions. And this is probably something that's very common that you do, that you ask different types of questions to get them interested, and they have a discussion before the actual topic. Showing a prediction, having prediction exercises, having, for example, the title of the video and then saying something along the lines of, oh, by the way, what do you think that this video we're going to see is about? Role play activities. There's a lot of things that you can do as far as role play goes. You can have them pretend they are different characters, and they can get an idea of, what's going to happen in the video. Now, this is before viewing the video. Surveys. They can survey each other about the topic. For example, if it's something like a laughter, then they can ask each other what makes you laugh, or they can do a mingo bingo, where they walk around and they see who laughs at funny jokes, or who laughs when people fall down, or something like that. They can interview each other about the topic. And then you can have, for example, a Wordle or a word cloud of the transcript of the video, and you can have them guess. You can elicit what the topic will be about. This is what concept mapping looks like, okay? So I'm going to show you the little arrow. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. The video is very shaky. And this is what I do with my students. So I go on the board, I put the theme in the middle, and I circle it. And this is the main theme, or the main concept. And then I ask them I say, okay, what do you know about meeting? And it could be anything, okay? And then they'll tell me something, and then I'll branch off, and then I'll add that to the board. And it grows and grows with their answers. Now, all of these are answers from my students. I don't provide these answers. And any vocabulary that we're questioning comes over here. Now, the different branches are subtopics. So the main thing, meeting, the purpose of the meeting, the agenda. And in those, I will sometimes add, I'll add like the purpose or miscommunication to kind of categorize them. So this really helps with engaging them in finding out their experience with the topic. So for this one, I did actually show a video afterwards about business meetings and how we conduct the meetings, and it got them interested in watching the video. So this is a previewing task that I often do to get them thinking about the topic, to get them to share their experiences of the topic. There are a lot of places that you can get the transcript so that you can play with that, and I think that's really important. Here's one. This is called yt-subs.appspot.com, and it has a couple of videos with transcripts already. What a transcript is the script of the video. You actually have everything that the person is saying inside the video all on paper. Isn't that fantastic? And with this app, you can actually, if it doesn't have one, then you can create them for your own video. So that's even better because then you can do it for any kind of video. So you can try that one. And it tells you transcribe, it's a process, and it syncs it with the subtitles and the timing of the YouTube video. You can have them do something like a KWL chart. Now we're still doing, this is before you show the video. You haven't shown the video yet. You know your video and you're excited about it, but you're trying to get them interested and excited and thinking about the topic in the video. So a KWL chart, does anyone know what the K, W, and L stand for in this graphic organizer? Okay, I see Nina typing. Oh, she says no. Okay, Marion says no, yes. And Cecilia, that's right. It's what you already know about the topic. W, what you want to know. And L comes towards the end. L is after you show the video, and L is what you learned about the topic. So this is a great way to, and Glenn, yes, very good. So this is a great way to get them interested about the video as well. And then there's other places you can have video transcripts. There's n.englishyapper.com, and at the end you'll have a place where you can see all these websites. And this one is really great. It has a bunch of videos specifically made for English language learners and all the scripts that come with them, plus exercises. So you already have it for you if you want to choose those kind of videos. EnglishCentral.com. English Central has many of the scripts. It also has many interactive tasks that you can use with the videos. Like it has where the students can practice pronunciation and stuff. So it's really, really fantastic. English Central is one of my favorite places to do activities with English language learners. Okay, now tasks while viewing the video. Okay, so before you saw the video, and now let's pretend we actually are playing the video. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can play the video with no sound or only the sound, okay? So this would be, for example, they wouldn't see, it would be a black screen, and all they would do is they would listen to the dialogue, okay? And it can be a listening, you can focus on the listening. You can pause it in between, and then you can say, what do you think is going to happen next? You can play it with only the video and no sound at all. And this is where you just take the sound off, and then you can have them predict. They can do another prediction exercise where they have to see what the dialogues are. They can write their own dialogues. They can make cartoons of the dialogues. They can role play the dialogue, and they can try and tell, yes, exactly, Nina says, is this for them to focus on character movements and facial expressions to predict? Yes. And also it helps them with lip reading. Now, I noticed that something that I do is if I can read a person's lips, then I can understand the language better because I can understand the enunciation. And it also is really good for pronunciation because then they can see things like how certain words are pronounced, and they can predict the words as well. So this really helps them a lot. It gets them interested. They love trying to guess the dialogues and writing their own dialogues. Storyboarding. Storyboarding is actually where you have certain scenes. You can freeze them. You can take screenshots of the scenes from, or you can take drawings, and then what you do is the student, well, this is sequencing as well, the student have to put it in order. What happened first? So after viewing it one time, they'll go back and they'll try to sequence all of these together, and they'll have the images, and they'll say, this image was first, this one happened next. And so this is really good with some videos. You can have them debate. They can go ahead and they can debate about the topic. This is if you play the whole video. And they can have a transcript. It can have blanks, and you can have a gap fill. So these are all different ideas, but there's more that you can do with the video. Okay, so after viewing the video, what do we do? So after viewing the video, we can have them create another video. I do this with advertisements. I have my students actually, we watch an advertisement, and I usually pick an advertisement that, in the past I've picked one that is maybe offensive or says something wrong about the genders, maybe men or women, make stereotypes. And there's a reason for that, because I have my students circle or write down and try to pinpoint why this advertisement is not successful. So I come up to them and I say, we have an advertisement I'm going to show you. And I show it from YouTube, and I say, well, it's not very successful. In fact, it has angered some customers. And then I ask them why, which parts they think angered the customers, and what kind of customers it would have angered. And then what they do is, after they have identified what has offended or angered the customers, then what they do is they have to go back and they have a week to produce their own advertisement that's like this one, this video advertisement, but fixes everything. So that's one of the things that I love. My teenagers really, really, really love that as well. Change the ending. So if you have some videos, you can actually have them change the ending. They can role play this if they want. They can write a new ending instead, and then everybody can vote for the next ending, or they can act it out. It's up to you. You can add writing pieces to this as well. You can add a reflection exercise. It's up to you. You can have them interview people in the class, what they felt about the video, you know, if they would do things within the video, different things like that. And then you can have them do further research. So these are definitely things that you can do, and there's so much more. You can integrate it in projects and more. Now, YouTube itself has some really cool things that you can do with it that you may have not known, and that's why I really like YouTube. There are games that you can play on YouTube, and I'm going to show you a video right now, so I have to pause my screen again. I'll give you a nice smile. And I'm going to show you this really cool thing. So watch this video. Hopefully you'll be able to see the video. I'll even maybe mute my mic, so hopefully you can hear this as well. So I'm gonna, let's see, pause. Now this one is really cool because you'll be able to choose your own adventure. You can interlink in YouTube, and what that means is that you can link to another YouTube event.
Authorities in Los Angeles are on high alert today after receiving a bomb threat. Authorities in Los Angeles are on high alert.
Can you hear this video? Is it okay? Is it still pausing? Can you see the video? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play it. Play it right now.
Authorities in Los Angeles are on high alert today after receiving a bomb threat from the same extremist organization. Receiving a bomb threat from the same extremist organization that yesterday kidnapped media heiress Eileen Dunham.
Okay, I'm going to wait. I paused it right now so it can upload, but then it's going to upload in a little bit. But one of the things is it's going to give you a mission. you're going to see that they're going to act out a scene, and then at the end, they're going to ask you to choose what the characters should do next. And then from there, you can actually click within the video, and it'll show you the outcome of it. So I think that's really, really kind of an exciting thing you can do. And you can create these kind of videos on your own. I did this with the 30 Goals Challenge, and it worked out really well. So that's definitely something that we can look at and do. I'm still waiting for this thing to play. So here we go. It should be playing soon.
Eileen Dunham. The urban militia known as the Arms of Liberty, also suspected of hijacking a recent shipment of black minivans, have threatened to detonate a black market WMD in downtown Los Angeles by midnight tonight. If their demand for a $10 million ransom is not met. Ms. Dunham is
There's a spot right there.
targeted for her
There's one.
wealth and progressive human rights activism.
There's a spot right there.
Arms of Liberty leader Victor
There's a good
Keet.
space.
Wow.
Where'd you get your boss?
Look at that idiot.
I'm going to skip towards the end because I just want you to see the part where you have to actually choose the adventure. Okay, so at this time where it says help Rob or not this time, you would click and it would actually take you to a new scenario within it. So it's a choose your own adventure type of game. Oops. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Okay, so we'll go back to the other one in a little bit, but while we're doing that, go ahead and share this other video. Oh wait, hold on. Wrong video. Okay, so here we go. So you can see the different types. There's hundreds and hundreds of games out there that are on YouTube. You can play the piano. You can make someone play a song. You can do many different things with YouTube. You can add all of these inside a wiki or a blog, and that way you don't get those comments, and that way you can put the tag there. So this is what I actually do with my, I can do this with my language learners. So what I do is with my adult learners and even my teams, I have a wiki. I embed the video, I put the pre-task in, and I put tasks after as well. So that way I can prepare them, and that way this can be something that they take home. And they love watching videos for further exploration. This is a really cool site. It's called Pinktube.com, and Pinktube allows you to have, you can play any video, and it gives you your own private chat room. You don't have to register or anything. All you have to do is click Create Room. So it's really fantastic because then you can go and you can create a channel. And you can have your students go on there and they can chat about the video, and you can talk about, it's your own private room. You can set it to private setting. But you can do this with Google Hangout as well, so that's pretty cool. The great thing about Pinktube, though, is nobody has to register. You don't have to be on Google Plus or anything like that. And then there's some sites that do it all for you. They give you lesson plans, and they're fantastic lesson plans. And Jamie Ketty's site, lessonstream.org, is one of the best ones. You can find YouTube videos. You can do it by category. You can do it by all sorts of things. And the things that Jamie does with his videos are so exciting. For example, in one video, Jamie actually has it to where he has drawn a person in the middle of the class that's like a crime scene. And the students come in and they have to make predictions of what that person is down for. And the person is not dead. But in the video he shows later, it's about a person who's so drunk that they're inebriated. And he does this with teens. And I think it's a great lesson because it has them predict, it has them really think about the story, it has them role play, it has them say things, what they would do if they had a drunk friend and how they would help them. So Jamie has some really fantastic ideas that he has for videos in general. There's tons of lessons there. TESOLcourses.com is another place where you can go find video lessons and quizzes. I use a lot of these for after study as well, and they can reflect on the video. Realelenglish.com is another one. This is made for beginners. It has a lesson. It tells you what the lesson is about. It says the level, which most of them are beginners to intermediate. And it also, it has the different words and captions within it as well. And then you can go to EFLclassroom.com. They have a whole community of videos where they share for language learners. They share the lyrics, the transcripts, and also some lesson plans as well. And then there's actually YouTube channels that were made for language learners, and you can use those videos. This is one you may have seen. It's Learn, but this is MC Fluency, and he raps. He does all kinds of ESL grammar raps and scenarios, and he does tongue twisters, all kinds of cool topics, and he's just a teacher like us who's using this to share with the language learners. It's really cool. Okay, so now we're going to do a YouTube lesson, okay? So we're going to start with previewing discussion questions that you have to answer in the chat box. So the first question, have you ever created a YouTube video? Now we're going to pretend we're in a circle, okay? So we're actually, well, we're in a horseshoe shape. And you're going to see the video in a little bit on my big projector. So, okay. Have you ever created a YouTube video? Okay, so Mariana says yes. Yesterday was her first. And so this would be the discussion. Did the video go viral? Now we're introducing vocabulary. Who can tell me what viral means? James Taylor says he wishes. And that adds another kind of question. How many people need to watch a video for it to be considered viral? What do you consider the amount of views for it to go viral? Ooh, Aniko says her kids have made a viral video. Wow. James has a loyal audience of 3. So let's say some numbers here. Would you say 100? Is 100 views a viral video? 1,000 views, is that a viral video? Okay, so Carolyn says 5,000. Now there's no right or wrong answers because you're not going to look in the dictionary and see that it says viral video, you have to have this many views, but James thinks it's 100,000. Okay, so then at this point we would poll each other, and we would do a class poll, and then I would ask the people, all my students, I would say, so how many of you agree with James or Carolyn? And then yes, exactly. The more viewers, the easier to find. So, and what kind of videos usually go viral? So now we would make a big list, like on the board or something. Okay, kid videos, animals. Yes, definitely pets. You always see cats. Cats and dogs. I have to make one of Roscoe, my pug, someday to see if it'll go viral. Funny videos, shocking. Yes. So now we have a good list. Now keep this list of videos because we're going to do something with this list. Music, Old Spice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see a viral video, okay? Now usually I would just play the sound or something, but I was letting it upload. So since I was letting it upload, it kind of came out. So we're going to see the little baby's video. And that's in the background, so I'll put that up right now. We can see these babies in case some people haven't seen them. Here we go. So now we're going to see the video. I got you excited about this video that's gone viral, okay? So we're going to see why it has gone viral, why these 2 babies have gone viral. That's the question we're looking for. Hey, and I'm back. So you saw the video. Okay, so I asked in the box, do you think this is a good video to use with students or not? When I saw it, I thought it was a really great video to use for students, and some of the same reasons you have already said, because I've already have these activities outlined. And I recently did it in a workshop with teachers, and I had them do the same things that I would have my adult students do with this. So one of the things that you had talked about was, so here's the previewing task, work in pairs. And in the work in pairs, one of the things that I did was I said, we are an advertising company. Our clients want us to make a viral video, okay? So they want us to make a viral video. And you have to choose one from the previous list. So remember that list we came up with viral videos? We said animals, we said this and that. Well, you have to come together and you have to propose which kind of viral video you would make. And then together within 5 minutes, you have to write this, you have to write and describe what your video will be about. And then one person gets up and they share this with the class, and we decide which of the videos would most likely go viral to pitch to the company, okay? So this was my previewing task for this video. And then we had the discussion questions at the beginning that I asked you. But then we had discussion questions after I showed the video. And the discussion questions that I showed after the video were, do you or would you post videos of your children on YouTube? You can answer this in the chat box. Would you do it? How many videos do you think the mother posted before this video? Oh, Mariana says she will tonight, though. Okay, no, and then we have a discussion about that. Why or why wouldn't you post videos of your children on YouTube? Or why would you? Does anybody have a guess of how many videos you think the mother posted before this one? Exactly, Carolyn was right. It was 3. She only had 3. So it wasn't like she was trying to say that she was trying to intend for her video to go viral. So imagine you were the mother and all of a sudden something you posted of your kids was watched by 10 million people, because over 10 million people have watched this video. How would you feel? I know. And so these are the kind of questions I would ask my students. How did you think this changed the mother's life? How do you think this will change the baby's lives? And then, of course, we do something like this where we narrate the baby's conversation. So I would break them up in pairs, and I already had the worksheet for them planned, where it's baby 1 that said da da da, and baby 2 that said da, and baby 1 that said da 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 da. And then after that, they wrote down the videos and said things like, for example, Mariana said, this is my kitchen, you can't cook in here. So this is a great activity. Yeah, I do, don't I? So this is a great kind of video activity, and I think it's really fun for learners, because they get to, but it also has a serious side, and I really think that this kind of a video would actually spark conversation as well. So these are the ways that you can think of using different types of videos. And we're going to go ahead and close this off, but I have hundreds of tips and tools for videos, how you can do the interlinking within YouTube, the games you can find, more video lessons, things such as filmenglish.com, which is Kyra Donaghy's website, award-winning website, has wonderful lesson plans and videos. Steve Pepe's Learn English. He's a viral English teacher on YouTube now. And all kinds of activities and how you can create a YouTube channel and things like that, including my wiki, so you can see how I set up tasks for YouTube. Thank you so much for coming. You can find all the links in this presentation at tinyurl.com. And I'll have the slides up there pretty soon as well. But that's where you can find all of the links in case you ever miss any of these Friday webinars. They're recorded and stuff. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go off and hopefully enjoy the wonderful, wonderful beach of Brazil here. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for coming. And I guess in the baby's language, the bye. Da 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 da. Bye, everyone.